Catholic teaching that passed into the Protestant churches has now gone into independent Baptist churches. It's basically a cult, C-U-L-T, cult. And the main ringleader of this mess is out in Tempe, Arizona. Guy went to Anderson College for 3 years, dropped out. His name is Stephen Anderson. He pastors a church called Faithful Word Baptist Church. King James only, soul winning, which they get their foot in a lot of doors with those two positions. And they have basically jump-started satellite churches all across the country. And these people are crazy. They try to split up churches. They preach against repentance. They preach against the pre-tribulation rapture. They preach a Holocaust denial. And they preach mostly this replacement theology principle. They hate the Jews. These are Baptist churches now. Now, how crazy are these people? I have a good friend of mine that pastors in North Carolina, in Asheville, Andrew Sluter. He has a Facebook broadcast every Thursday at 8:30, Backwoods Bible broadcast, where he and another preacher answer questions for 2 hours, try to educate the camp meeting crowd down a little bit about the Bible doctrinally. And man, they had a bunch of these nuts from one of these kind of churches in Knoxville, Tennessee, that came across the mountains, 2 hours, jumped him and one of his bus workers while they were doing bus visitation with a camera and a microphone, and try to tie him up with gotcha questions, and he ate their lunch basically. And then they're stupid enough to put it on their own website, but visiting his bus riders, telling them not to visit his church, all this nutty stuff. The other day, some of you may know Sam Gipp, the evangelist. 15 of them showed up at his church in Ohio the other day, knocking on the door with cameras. This is supposedly an independent Baptist work, jumping all these preachers and trying to disrupt their churches. Gail Ripplinger, been sick for many, many years. Her son-in-law and daughter live nearby the mom there in Virginia. A whole bunch of them showed up ringing their doorbell the other day in Virginia. They come to my house, it's going to be trouble. Our son's a deputy sheriff there in the county. He'll come swinging by in an unmarked car in about 2 seconds. That's the mess we're dealing with, okay? So what's the first thing? Now, the Apostle Paul never got any of Stephen Anderson's material, apparently, because he has a different position. Look at chapter 11, verse 1. I say then, hath God cast away his people? See, there's a simple enough question. Look at the answer. You don't even have to go to the Hebrew or the Greek, I mean. God forbid.